So if you've completed the first two courses on HTML code, then you're ready to go on to this one. If you haven't, go on and check out the other ones. And we're going to be venturing into CSS now. And first of all, I'm going to show you the information that you need to provide in your HTML to refer to the CSS. Now I'm going to show you what all the implies are in the HTML. It's not concerned to use. Yes. So let's go File, New. Okay, we're going to go Save, and we're going to save it on my websites, and we're just going to call that main.css. So now in your HTML, we're going to be using different keys like rel equals, and we're also going to be using type class. You're going to be using that a lot in your HTML. There's also href, which we covered. It's not so much CSS, but more HTML. Also background, which we've also used. Background target, and also align. Now these are obviously used in your HTML, so they won't be color coded in the main.css. When you use them in the HTML, they will be color coded, you know, green, and in speech will be orange. Okay, so now we're going to use the settings in terms of HTML. Now, what I mean, there's one more actually, sorry, and there's ID. Now, for your class and ID, they're quite similar. The only difference is a class is a classified piece of code that will be formatted in such a way, and your ID is an individual piece of code that is formatted in a certain type of way. So in other words, to use an ID, you would go you would do hashtag, and then you go, let's say background, and you see it turn to orange there. And how you format it is by doing the curly brackets like that there, same as class, and you just go dot for class instead of hashtag, which hashtag means an ID named background, and a dot means class named let's go panel. Okay, and remember the curly brackets. So now inside our class panel, I probably spelled that wrong, but who cares, there's a ton of different settings you can use, an absolute ton, and for each setting there's also a individual part of that. So for example, there's margin, there's background as well, did I spell that right? Did you? Oh, there we go, margin. There's also padding, display, float, which you might be using that quite a bit. Text. Text is usually considered like decoration. There's color. Can't speak today. Font. Border. Box. We're going to use box shadow for this. That's really all the settings. Now we're going to talk about the individual inside settings. So for example, for margin, there might be you're indicating a certain type of margin. For padding, you'd be indicating a certain type of padding. Background, there's also background color, and there's background sizes and so forth. Displays, usually display and then none, or display inline. We'll get into them. There's text decoration, and there's a few other text align. For the font, there's the font family, the font weight. For the box is obviously box shading, border color, and so on and so forth. But you know, these are the basic settings, and then I'll teach you in the next tutorial on how to use to better make your website page, your blog, what we're doing at the moment, look better than what it already is. So get used to these. Go to the glossary on the website if you haven't yet, and there will be a pile of this information there to help you remember everything. And in the next tutorial, we will use CSS to make our panel look better. In terms of controls, there's also hover. You'll apply dot panel hover, which means whenever the mouse cursor is hovering over the panel, then it'll do something. For example, we'll make the text color change. That's mainly it for now. So this is a very quick tutorial on introducing you into CSS. In the next one, we're then going to implement a few things and then put it into our website, or our blog website that we're creating. So yeah, that's all for this tutorial. Thank you for watching. Bye. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, comment, and also go over to my webpage for more information to help you code. Thanks.